Greetings and welcome to this addiction removal hypnotic guided meditation. This journey is going to change your entire life, and I ask that you only take it if you are ready with every fibre of your being, every atom, every molecule, and even the space between that creates you, that you are. Only if you are ready to step away from all pains and illusions of separation of the past into the life of your choosing, the life of your creation. Only if you are ready to fully and completely activate all strands of your DNA, to evolve in mind, body and soul. Only then do I ask that you take this journey with me. If you are ready to break free from all forms of separation, isolation and alienation created by the illusion of fear, then welcome home to yourself and welcome to the rest of your life. So we will begin the hypnotic journey momentarily. And it does not matter the form of addiction or attachment, as they all originate for very similar reasons. A form of familiarity, safety. Just like a child with a safety blanket, anytime they become fearful, worried, anxious or stressed, they reach for what it is that makes them feel familiar, for what it is that makes them feel safe. Whatever substance or activity that you have attached this feeling of safety upon, all we need do is simply educate the subconscious mind into knowing that there is a more rational, a more optimal and beneficial way of responding. That fear is an illusion and means one of two things. Forget everything and run. Running back to the past, back the way that you have always gone, back the way that you know. You know where that path leads. Or face everything and rise, rising to new heights of potential, new experiences, new opportunities that are yours to create. Every time we face a fear and move past it, we realize that it was nothing to be fearful of in the first place. So I ask that you allow, that you simply allow, that you allow for the subconscious mind to deliver to you, through you, all the information that you require in order to bypass, to transcend, and to evolve forwards from any form of attachment or limitation of the past. The subconscious mind, its highest and truest directive, its purpose of existence is to protect and serve the body. It does this with the information it has at its disposal, the information it has within its library, its Akashic records of all things. If it believes that doing X, Y or Z, intaking or being part of whatever it is that you wish to bypass today, if it believes that this keeps you safe, then it brings up this information, this reaction, simply for that purpose. It is trying its best. By giving it new information, it can then best protect and serve the body to the utmost of its ability. The subconscious mind is always active. It is always listening. It is the part of you that is behind you, guiding you, leading you. It pumps the blood around your body. It breathes for you when you are not mindfully breathing for yourself. It stores all information and has access to all this information across all lifetimes, timelines, dimensions and realities. By installing new information, it is then able to act accordingly. So I ask, as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice and the frequency of 5 to 8 Hertz in the background, that with every sound you hear going forwards, that you enter into a very deep, relaxed, open and receptive state of being. That with every noise, every thought, every feeling, every smell, taste, with anything that you are able to sense, and even that which you are not. Go ahead now and enter into the most deep and relaxed state of being that you have ever experienced. Feeling safe, secure, focused, with a positivity, optimism and confidence that you know exists within you, that you have access to now and forever. And as I count down, just allow for the conscious mind, for your human self, your egoic self, for the part of you that wishes to do, to achieve, to create. Just allow for that part of yourself to become the watcher, the observer. And from this point on, I'm communicating directly to your unconscious, your subconscious mind. And all I ask that you do is allow for this part of yourself to deliver all the information that you require to transcend any and all limitations of old. Bring to mind whatever event, situation, experience or substance it is that you are going to overcome today, breaking the habitual habits, the addictions of old, knowing that more often than not, this thought, this belief, this addiction was not yours to begin with, that you pick up information from people around you, from your caregivers, parents, friends, lovers, celebrities, and society as a whole. So firstly, allow yourself to center back into the heart, back into the truth of who you are. Taking a deep, cleansing, purifying and grounding breath in through your nose for the count of 4. Holding at the top of the breath for the count of 4, and then exhaling through the mouth for the count of 4. Doing so with purpose and conviction. Repeating this beautiful cycle over and over again, as the rise and the fall of the sun bring a new day as it dawns. The rise and the fall of the breath bring a new spirit experience moment upon moment, a new situation that is yours to create. Breathing in with the next breath all the way down to your belly, and then breathing again up to your heart center, filling your entire being with that universal pranic life force energy, that breath being life itself, the love that you are, that you can then experience and express to those around you. Know that without the breath, none of it would be able to be experienced. That without you, none of it would be able to be experienced. And I ask that you cast a blanket, a layer, a sheet of light and love over the entire planet, bathing and basking every living, sentient, conscious being within that beautiful love and light, the love and light that you are. And included in this list is you, the you of today, the you of tomorrow, and the you of yesterday. And bring up within the mind a picture, an image of yourself as a baby, fast forwarding within an instant to now. Every single experience and event that you have experienced thus far has been required to lead you to this exact moment of now. With this exact moment, the gift of the present moment being the one that you have chosen to change your entire life within. Everything you experience is your creation. Everything you experience is for the betterment of yourself as well as everyone else. And through the continued expansion of your awareness, of your consciousness, you cause the continued expansion of the universe itself. This is how powerful you are. This is how important you are. So with that feeling, that emotion, that sensation, that image housed and held within your mind of whatever it is that you will transcend today, as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice as I count down from 10 to 9 to 8. To 7 to 6 to 5. Being grateful for everybody and everything you've experienced thus far. Being grateful to simply be alive. And with 4, 3, and 2, go ahead and express this gratitude to every single person that you have ever come into contact with. The days of blame or feelings of victimization are gone. From this moment of now going forwards, it is you that decides and creates it all. Knowing that everything that happens, even the experiences that are less than what you would mindfully or knowingly choose, that even the less than beneficial or enjoyable, that they are all for you. And in a moment, when I say, allow for the mind to become clear and bring up a screen, a blank screen within the mind's eye, so that we can take this journey together. Know that you are safe, secure, and grounded to this beautiful realm. That everything that comes up is for you. And even if it reminds you of a state of being revolved around one that is less than beneficial, that it's just a memory of the past, one that you are experiencing again to learn from, to transcend, and to evolve forwards in mind, body, and soul. You are the one, the only one, and now is the only time. As I say, so it is. Entering from 1 to 0. You are safe. You are secure. You are grounded. And you are loved. I am now speaking directly to your unconscious, your subconscious mind. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for protecting and serving the body. And I ask that all you need do in this experience, as I am communicating to you, I ask that you allow for all the information required to transcend this feeling of addiction or negative habit or belief of old. So is it okay for you to discover the root cause of this addiction and for you to bypass it, to transcend it today? Thank you. And I know that the conscious mind does not know the answer to this question, and that is why I'm not asking the conscious mind, but instead the subconscious mind, remembering that you have access to all information across all lifetimes, timelines, dimensions, and realities. And whatever answer comes up, as bizarre as it may seem, just deliver it with ease, knowing that there is no wrong answer. Everything that you express, know to be true and know to be for you. Take a breath. Center and ground. If you were to know, what is the root cause of this problem, of this addiction? The first event that you decided to use this form, substance, or experience as your safety blanket. When was the first time that you became addicted? Was it before, during, or after your birth? If it was after your birth, how old were you? If it was before your birth, was it whilst you were in your mother's womb or before? If it was whilst you were in your mother's womb, what trimester, how old were you? And if it was before, was this belief, this information, this addiction, was it learnt in a past life or passed down to you genealogically, ancestrally? How many generations or lifetimes ago was this information given or received by you? Whatever answer that you have been given, just play for a moment. Play with the concept and idea. Play joyfully and freely. And all I ask is that we travel back in time, back to the event, the first situation, which once we have delivered and received all the information from, we can then bypass and transcend all of the addictive tendencies and qualities revolved around it. So go ahead, and just as though you are watching a character in a film or a game, floating way up into the air, go ahead and float all the way up, way up, higher up still, as you bubble up, float up, as you travel higher and higher, disconnecting from your physical body so that we can take this conscious journey together. And go ahead and simply float back, all the way back to that event, to that situation, to that experience. Floating all the way back to that moment in time and looking down into the event. Just taking a moment to watch, to observe, to experience. And what I would like for you to do now is to float directly above the event, so you are facing back towards now and looking down into the event. Now that you have access to this experience once again, it will allow you a better understanding as to why you took upon this safety blanket. And more importantly, you will gain the access to the information that will remove this form of limitation. And that previous version of you that took upon this belief, this habit, this addiction, did so with the best of intention. It did so to keep you safe and to provide you with a form or feeling of happiness. And by receiving and gaining access to all the information required, you can remove this form and attachment of limitation forevermore. So go ahead and ask for all the information required to transcend this form of addiction to be delivered to you now with ease, receiving it at a cellular level, in whatever way, shape or form that it is given to you. Know it to be unique, perfect and true. I demand that you receive all information that you require and integrate this into every fibre of your being across every lifetime timeline dimension in reality, doing so now with ease forevermore. So say I, and so it is. Just allow, as you sit and watch this experience evolve, for a feeling of freedom and liberation to wash all over you. As that information rains down upon you, as you are cleaned and cleansed, in whatever way that you would like to respond in future, to know that you are safe, be it tapping your finger to your thumb, stroking just behind your ear, taking a deep and mindful breath in and out, listening to music, humming a tune, gazing up into the sky or down to the ground. Whatever form of interaction or experience you would like to overlay and to replace the old way, do so now, doing so easily and effortlessly. We know that which we know, and with further information comes further knowledge, comes further growth, growing in mind, body and soul. And having received all the information that you require to fully and completely bypass and transcend the limitations of old, go ahead and begin to actually venture further and further, higher and higher up into the air, floating all the way back, as far back as is required to ensure that you are way before any chain of events which led to this event, as high up and as far back as necessary, all the way back to the start of time if required. Go there now, and then just gaze back down to that event, the event when you learnt and adopted, embodied that previous limitation of old. And from this viewpoint, looking back down into the event, I would like for you to check on the feeling and the emotions of old, to check if there is any form of attachment to that less than beneficial way of responding. To think about it is perfectly rational and reasonable. To be controlled by it is less than beneficial. And the answer that you seek is always found within you. And the more that you learn to silence the mind, the more you can hear your internal voice, your internal guidance. With that feeling gone forevermore, go ahead and float back over the event once again, and actually float down, deeper down still, in to that previous version of yourself, be it within a previous moment of now, within this life, or a past life, or even an ancestor's past life. as you embody energetically connected to and existing within that version of yourself. Just check in on the emotions of old as you relive that experience once again, as you can see everything you saw, feel everything that you felt, and hear everything that you heard. The noises around you, as well as the internal dialogue taking place within your mind. Really look under every single nook and crevice, under every rock and surface. Try to discover any feeling of old, any attachment to the requirement to respond in the predetermined way of old. Know that with the attachment gone, with the feeling of requirement gone, everything that you do going forwards is your choice. Everything you do going forwards is your choice. From this moment on, you create your reality and everything within it. Give thanks to the previous version of yourself in whatever way, shape or form that you have interacted with them today. And go ahead now and just begin to separate, giving yourself a big hug and all that beautiful, warm, heartfelt love. And float back up into the air. And looking back to now, back to this moment of now, I would like for you in a moment to begin to travel back along your timeline from that previous event that you have just discovered the truth, the information required and integrated into every fibre of your being across every lifetime, timeline, dimension and reality. And having booked 2 sessions with you, the you that you are, the you that creates it all. I ask that you repeat this journey one more time going forwards, just to ensure, just so you know, and just so that I know that you know, that you have fully and completely transcended all limitations of old. So go ahead now, only if you are ready to fully and completely integrate the truth of who you are into every fibre of your being, and to transcend all forms of limitation of old. Go ahead and float up, way up into the air, all the way back to the start of time once again. Journey back there now. And from that place, that moment in time, look back to now, back to this place and moment in time. And in a moment, only when you are ready, start to travel, to journey all the way back along your timeline, back to now, integrating the information, the truth that you required to transcend all those limitations and negative viewpoints and perspectives of old, to be free from any form of habitual habits that are negative, draining, or less than beneficial, to be free from any and all form of addiction. So start to travel back to now, integrating the truth of who you are into every fibre of your being, across every lifetime, timeline, dimension and reality. Travelling back to now only as quickly or as slowly as is required to ensure that you fully and completely integrate all the information, transcending and freeing yourself from all forms of separation, isolation, frustration, victimization, any and all forms of repression, knowing that you are the creator of it all. Start to travel back to now, floating all the way back along your timeline, integrating the truth of who you are into every fibre of your being, every atom, every molecule, and even the space between. Take your time. Know that this journey is your creation and that it is all divine. When it is that you arrive back in now, simply go ahead and float back down into your body, back down into now, with access to this information at your fingertips, at the forefront of your mind, being fully and completely free from any and all forms of addiction of old, negative beliefs, programs and behaviours associated or attached to the experience that you have just visited. I want you to take a moment just to realize and fully embody the truth to just how powerful you are. That simply through this guidance, you have set yourself free from something that has affected you previously for so long. Give thanks to yourself and just allow, as you integrate back into your physical self, for all this information to be locked in place. Knowing that you are safe, grounded and secure, and that from this moment on, everything you experience is your choice, your creation, and for you to make as enjoyable, enriching and playful as you are able. A life of abundance, the life of your dreams is now yours to create. Thank you. Truly, thank you, thank you, thank you for doing the work required to set yourself free, and in doing so, you can now go forwards and enrich the lives of all of those that you come into contact with. I ask that you repeat this journey one more time, whenever it is that you feel most guided to do so, whenever it's most divine. And share this beautiful, transcendental and transformational video with anyone that it may assist. Thank you for being you and for everything that you do. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. It has been an absolute honour and privilege to have served you, to have guided you back home to yourself, back home to love. My name is Kane Stromberg, and I look forward to reconnecting with you very soon. I leave you feeling grounded, safe, secure, energized, revitalized, optimistic, and excited for what is yet to come, knowing that today is day one of the rest of your life, and that going forwards, everything that you experience is for your betterment. In the game of life, you are character player number one, and the path of your choosing, the path that you create simultaneous to playing, is your choice. Thank you once again. I love you. Namaste. Please ensure that you have subscribed to the channel, like and comment upon this beautiful video so that we can reach as many souls around the globe as possible, bringing liberation and salvation to humanity on a global scale is our mission, our quest, and I ask that you become part of this, that you join us. Check the links below to become an official ambassador of the light, knowing that everywhere you go, you illuminate, creating a brighter future for all. Now and forever, we are in this together. United we stand, and together we rise. Grand rising, you beautiful, beautiful soul. Namaste.